What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I get this question all the time. People are like, Brooke, what business should I start? I don't have any ideas. What could I do? Here's the thing. You don't have to have a brand new revolutionary idea to start a business. There's a lot of really amazing opportunities online right now where you could actually get started in like under a week. So I'm gonna give you those ideas in this video. Let's get started. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke Roberts. I'm the founder of Remote Life Labs, an online business incubator and destination educational retreat company, helping you start your online business. Now, in today's video, we're gonna talk about 10 business ideas that you could start super fast in 2020, and you don't need any special superpowers or anything to make it happen. I'm gonna get down into more of the nitty-gritty and explain 10 business ideas that I think almost anybody could start any of these. They're very profitable, very in demand right now, so there's really nothing standing in your way. Now, here's the thing. All y'all are gonna be like, well, Brooke, I don't have that skill. I don't know anything about that thing. I'm gonna tell you about the super secret, amazing thing that exists. And you just go to your computer, you open up the web browser, and there's gonna be a little line at the top, and you type in your question and hit enter. Answers will come up. It's amazing. Okay, so if you don't know how to do something, first of all, start with Google or head to YouTube. If you're watching this, you're probably on YouTube, and put your question into the search bar and see what comes up. Watch a handful of videos about that subject matter and get educated. The next level there is go to a site like Skillshare or Udemy and sign up for a pretty affordable course on getting you the ins and outs of that thing, so you can at least have a beginner, novice level understanding of that subject matter. The answers are out there for you. There's no excuse for you to be like, shucks, I have no idea how to do it. The age of the internet, there's no reason that you can't figure out how to do almost anything. Now, whether you want to do those things, that's a totally different issue, but your ability to understand it and learn about it is totally up for grabs. It's there for you. All right, let's get into number one. Now, this one is a tried and true, tested, it's been around for a really long time, at least since the internet has existed. There has been affiliate marketing. If you don't know what affiliate marketing is, here you go. Find a product online, and then they have what's called an affiliate program or a partner program. If you help them promote their product, you get a special link from them, and if anybody clicks your link and then buys that product, you get likely a small commission on that product. This is awesome. You get free money. You don't have to create anything. You just have to tell people about stuff that you already like. I could create a whole other video about all the ins and outs of affiliate marketing, but here are a few tips to get started. You want to focus on niches or industries or products that have either a higher product cost, so the product costs a couple $1,000s or something, like a camera, or you want to focus on things that have very high commission rates, so you get 40% of the commission. The next thing you need to also consider is it maybe a recurring commission? So you could refer a software service, for instance, and if somebody's paying month after month after month for that software, then you get paid month after month after month. A couple of niches that I highly recommend: any kind of technology tools. So again, you're going to get into that recurring commission. So whether it's email service providers, social media software that helps you schedule things, anything like that is going to be great because a lot of people need it. Flip side of that is there's going to be a lot of competition for it, but if you focus on building your own audience and your own community who really want to support you and want to take advice from you, that could be really, really powerful. The other thing is to focus on products that have a higher price tag. So if you become an Amazon affiliate, for instance, it's what's called the Amazon Associates program. If you are really into cameras and you create tons of content and videos and Instagram stories around your favorite cameras and camera lenses, then you can send people to your links that you get from Amazon Associates for your favorite cameras on that platform. And the cool thing is, if anybody clicks through and buys that product, you get a commission. The cool thing about Amazon, though, that a lot of people never really mention is that, so if I click on your affiliate link to go to see that camera on Amazon, but I'm not ready to buy a camera yet, but I realize, I need to order a new bullet journal for next year, for instance. I will navigate over, find my favorite bullet journal, put it in my cart, and buy. You still get credit for that purchase because I went to Amazon through your link. You have to also think about, people love to shop on Amazon, period. So if you can just drive them to the site, then you might actually make some money. Commissions are a little bit lower there, but you got to do some research to figure that one out. If you don't want to create products, if you don't want to create online courses, which we're going to talk about in a second, if you don't want to create ebooks, if you don't want to create anything within the e-learning sector, you can partner with other people who have those products that you think are really cool and be an affiliate for them. So you could find somebody who teaches about blogging and you're really into blogging, but you don't want to teach about blogging. You could recommend their blogging course. If you don't want to teach about business like I do, you could recommend my business course to other people and make a commission. Think about products and services and tools that you either like or you've utilized in the past, or you really trust the creator of them, and approach them and see if you could become an affiliate for their product. Now, it's not just about throwing links around the web and then hopefully it works out. There is a strategy to this, and that's something we will talk about inside my business incubator. But for now, you can get started with affiliate marketing super fast. Now, number 2 is social video production. Now, a lot of you are gonna freak out and you're gonna think like, Brooke, I don't know how to edit video. This is crazy. Here's the thing. Right now, there are so many tools online that you can utilize that will help you create video without really any video editing experience. You don't have to have iMovie, you don't have to have Final Cut or Premiere, any of that fancy stuff. But what you do know is there's a ton of small businesses that wanna expand their reach, that want to be more innovative in their online marketing and social production. And if you can help them create a couple videos a week for their Facebook and their Instagram feeds that are pretty basic videos, but that they don't have the bandwidth to actually create, you could actually make a lot of money with that and become just the go-to person for what I call social video. You can plop in either your own video that you've captured with your own camera or phone, or you can go in and use their stock footage to fill in the gaps. So you could create videos for local plumbers, you could create videos for the local coffee shop, you could create video for a life coach, or all these different people who are like, I don't know how to make these cool videos with all the text overlay and all that fun stuff. And you could become that person, but you don't technically really need to be a video editor to make it happen. These tools are really simple to use. Again, if you're like, what? I don't understand. Google that ish and go learn a little bit about it. If you're like, wow, that could actually be fun, making little 30-second videos for businesses. Now, just reiterate the importance of video for you and knowing that this is a really viable business option. I have a couple stats here to share with you. Cisco did a research study and they found that by 2022, so in 2 years, online videos will make up more than 82% of all consumer traffic. That's 15% higher than in 2017. 6 out of 10 people would rather watch online videos than television, and 81% of businesses use video as a marketing tool. More businesses are doing it, so they need more people with that talent, but also more businesses are learning like, I need to get in this video game. How do I do it? You could be that source for them. So the third business idea that I have for you, I've mentioned before, but it's my favorite, it's my bread and butter, and it's the thing I love to teach the most, and it's e-learning. So online course creation, infopreneur. There's a lot of different names for this, but basically you create an online course based on your expertise and you sell it to people who need that expertise. You may not want to do this, and so you could become an affiliate for it. But if you're like, wow, I have a lot to share, or I have this very specific knowledge, you could package that up in a course and sell it to a community. And if you're thinking like, whoa, I have nothing to sell and I don't have any ideas, let me tell you this right now. I've created a few different courses, but my most successful courses that have brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars, nearly $500,000 in revenue. And I taught a course on how to get a job in the study abroad industry, which is super, super niche. And I also taught a course, I still teach a course on how to create and sell out destination retreats. Here's the deal. This is knowledge that I didn't go out and have to get a master's degree. I've done it before. I know the system. I know how to put it into a process that people can understand. And then I packaged it up and I sold it. And I've been able to help hundreds of people land a job or launch a retreat. It's really, really rewarding work. Highly recommend the e-learning process. If you want to learn more about that, head to remotelifelabs.com/incubator to get inside and work with me on your own online course. And just to drive this point home, just so you guys know how legit the e-learning industry really is, I have some stats for you. There was an article in Forbes recently, hat tip to Sunny Lenarduzzi. I saw this on one of her videos recently. Forbes released an article. They predict that the e-learning industry is going to grow to $325 billion in revenue by 2025. Billion. with a B, you guys. That is a lot of money. That means it's a huge pie that you could be a part of. And the thing is that they also went on in the study to talk about how the same firm predicted that e-learning would grow to $107 billion by the year 2015, and it did. So it's totally on track to grow to $325 billion in 1 year by the year 2025. And it's just to put that in perspective, I mean, that's almost $1 billion a day. So this is a really great time to get into the e-learning space if you're interested. The fourth business that I recommend is e-commerce. It's easier now than ever to launch an online store. You can use things like Shopify, you can use Squarespace with all sorts of plugins. But the cool thing about e-commerce is that you can use drop shipping, which used to be way more complicated. There used to be like fax machines involved. When I ran Go Abroad, we looked at doing some drop shipping with a branded gear. I learned a lot about this, but this was back in 2010. It's a totally different landscape a decade later. Now you can work with all of these print-on-demand services where you can just create cool designs. You could sell print-on-demand stuff, but you never have to keep any inventory. You don't have to have a warehouse. You don't have to have a whole fulfillment system. You partner with another company to make all that happen. And you just have to focus on creating cool products, creating cool designs, and then getting them out to the world so that people will buy them. So that could be a really fun thing to do. The next business idea I think is really powerful and again, doesn't take super advanced skills. A lot of people can get in this game. You become a basic web designer. And I say basic because I don't want you to have to learn any code. You don't have to learn Photoshop and all the fancy things. There are so many businesses out there who don't have a website at all, or they have a really horrible website. And if you have ever come across that where you've Googled a business and you found it and you went to their website, you wanted to find like their hours and you're like, wow, this is a janky website. You could actually start an agency where you go and you find those small businesses that need that kind of help and insight and basically pitch them and say, hey, for $500, for $1,000, I could create a 10-page website for you that's the nuts and bolts that will look really nice, will look really professional, and get the job done in a bigger way. Of course, if you do something like this, you need to learn what quality user interface design is, and you need to learn about lead magnets and how people can grow their business through their website. But those are all skills that you can learn through a Udemy course or inside my incubator, for instance. But you could offer those websites to businesses that really, really need it. And if you've ever wondered like, well, how do I know if somebody's already using Squarespace or if they need a website? I would just start in your local area. Do a quick Google search for any type of industry. Look up plumbers, look up a mechanic, look up cafes, look up any business really in like within 5 miles of where you are right now and go look at all their websites. Start making a list of 20 websites that really need either a facelift or they don't have anything at all. The next thing I would do is I would go to a website, I think it's called builtwith.com. You can go there and find every website on the internet that's built with GoDaddy, for instance, which is not a notoriously like attractive website builder. And you could go look at all those websites and again, make a massive list. I think being a basic web developer or web designer using something like Squarespace as your tool of choice, it can be really powerful because you don't have to be super advanced with it. And if you guys are interested in anything, I will try to find a Udemy course related to every single one of these businesses so that you could get started literally for like $15 just to learn about it. So I will link those all down below in the show notes or in the description. Where am I? Is this a podcast? No, it's a video. But if you are listening to the podcast, then click in the show notes because I'm going to be putting this on the podcast too. Gosh, this is gonna be a long video. Number 6 is to become a virtual assistant or a VA. And specifically becoming a virtual assistant in what I call the digital economy or the online infopreneur space. There's a lot of people running online businesses and they need help like me. They need people who know how to use the tools that are very common in our industry, who know about the larger theory and approaches to how the businesses operate and how they run, like sales strategy and marketing strategy. If you could become a VA for an online business owner, you could earn a really great living doing something really cool, doing something very remote, hey, remote life, and offer some services that they really need. So for instance, you need to understand email marketing. What are all the elements that go into it? What are the key platforms that are involved in email marketing? You understand webinars, understanding the systems that go into making a webinar happen. You also need to know funnels related to email marketing, sales funnels, how they work, all the platforms that go into feeding a sales sales funnel. All of these things have different strategies that go with them, but if you can become an expert on funnel building, you could be really, really powerful in approaching businesses and saying, hey, I can come in and help build this all out for you. And then just general online marketing strategy, understanding what key drivers are, understanding lead drivers, sales drivers, discovery drivers, as I like to call them, and figuring out how you can support an online business and make all those things happen. You could specialize in any one of those things. You could have a firm that does all of it, everything under the sun. I will say though, the riches are in the niches. The more specific you can get with these services, the better. I really recommend that you specialize at first, get really good at one thing, and then you can expand from there. Number 7 is specialized social media management. Now, you've probably heard, oh, become a social media manager before. And it is, it's still viable. And there's a lot of businesses that just need help posting stuff. But I think it's even better and more lucrative and smarter to specialize in a very specific social platform so that you can approach people and have a lot more expertise on how to drive traffic and sales through that platform. Because at the end of the day, social media is fun and all, but if you're a business owner, you just want it to help you drive sales. You want to make money. You want to show that there's some return on investment to your social media strategy. So if you can approach a business and say, hey, I am an expert on Instagram and growing a business via Instagram and all the cool strategies that go around that, which I could do a whole other video about if you want to know, about how you can leverage any kind of social media platform for your business to drive sales and drive leads. But that's a whole other video. So get really good at a platform. The two I would recommend at first that are really hot would be Instagram and Pinterest. If you want to get even more fancy and learn more about video, which does take an extra set of skills, I would learn about YouTube as well. Pick one of those that you really love and learn about it, and then figure out how you can approach a business and say, hey, let me create and implement a strategy for you to help grow your business. Number 8 is to start and grow a niche YouTube channel. Now, this one is kind of new to me, but I've been diving into this and I've been actually experimenting with this myself. So I will report back in 6 months and tell you, like, actually, never mind. This is really hard. Don't do it. What you could do is find a niche that you actually like or that you know is very profitable. So like a business channel, very profitable. Health and wellness, very profitable. Personal development, gaming, something like pop culture, or a very specific thing that has a ton of followers. So like a Star Wars channel or a Harry Potter channel. It needs to be very focused, specific industry and a very specific topic and subject matter that the channel grapples with. You don't want to be an everything channel. And like I talked about in the social video production idea, in business idea number 2, you can use those same types of tools to create videos, informational videos that you can load to your YouTube channel. And if you learn about YouTube, like I've talked about, and you go take lots of courses around YouTube and understanding the algorithm, if you can grow to a certain level, you'll be able to monetize the channel. And that means that all the ads that show up on and during and after and around the video on YouTube will start to earn you income via AdSense. So if you can create a channel that gets enough views every month and can drive enough traffic and interest, you could actually make either a side hustle income or a full-time income if you can grow it big enough. But the key is to find that niche, find that industry, and learn how to create those informational videos. Number 9 is copywriting, and not just any kind of copywriting, sales copywriting. So I have a lot of friends who are exceptional writers and they want to be writers. They want to write. And I think that's awesome. But if you're just getting started in that space, a great way to actually make good money via your writing when you're just struggling to get those articles or get hired by magazines, which is, I think, a little more competitive sometimes, you take your writing skills and learn what it means to write great sales copy. And coming back to that online business ecosystem, there's a lot of online entrepreneurs who need people who can write amazing sales pages, who can write amazing sales emails for their email funnels and sales funnels that they create, who can write great copy for their webinars or their landing pages. So all of these are different places where we need great copy that like hooks the audience, that's entertaining, that's informative, that makes them want more. And if you have that skill set where you're already really good with words and you just need to learn how to utilize that in the online ecosystem, you can make a lot of money by helping people write great copy. I highly recommend getting into business sales copywriting. And our last tip, if you guys have liked this video, you found any value out of it, please hit the thumbs up sign and subscribe for more videos like this. I want to help you guys live your most amazing remote life. And so subscribe. for more videos like this. All right, business idea number 10. We're at the home stretch. Here we go. You guys know it. We all know it. Podcasts, audio experiences are growing, and more podcasts are going online every day. It's still kind of a new frontier. People think like, oh, it's too late. It's not too late. There are a lot of podcasts, but not nearly as many podcasts as there are YouTube channels, for instance, or as Instagram accounts. Not everybody has a podcast, although it seems like it. You could launch a podcast, and yes, you can monetize it, get sponsors, all sorts of fun stuff. But a better idea is to become a service provider to a podcast. And what does that mean? Become a podcast editor. Editing audio is way easier than editing video. Yes, there are people who have lots of fancy mixing and sound and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you can use something like Audacity or GarageBand is definitely free if you're a Mac user. Audacity might be free if you're a PC user. I'll check on that. If you can just learn those platforms, listen to good podcasts and how they sound and how they get the audio levels correct and how they drop in commercials and edit out the ums and the ahs and things like that. If you can learn just like, oh, this is how that works, become a podcast editor. This is great because you don't have to be front and center. You don't have to put your face on a camera or become a podcast host. You can service all of these people who want to launch or are launching a podcast. I would look at smaller podcasts who don't have a ton of followers yet, because those big ones probably already have a podcast editor, and just start telling people, hey, I will edit your podcast, and just start putting out a flat rate, $25 an episode. Just start making a little bit of money with it and editing and get good at it. And then you can start having package deals where people have you on retainer every month, all sorts of fun stuff. I wanted to share some stats with you guys. This is from podcastinsights.com. There are over 750,000 shows. Apple confirmed that there are about 550,000 podcasts on their system. So the number keeps growing and more people are listening to podcasts. In terms of user data, 70% of Americans are familiar with podcasts. 165 million people in the US have listened to a podcast. So podcasts are becoming more and more prevalent in society. And so more and more people are going to be launching those podcasts. And as a result, more and more people are going to want people who can edit them. Because I will tell you, as somebody who currently edits my own podcast, it is a time suck and it takes so much time. So for instance, if I could throw $30 at this problem and it could go away, I'm probably going to be somebody that you should pitch for podcast editing. So highly recommend creating a podcast editing agency if that's something that's interesting to you. I will link to all sorts of resources for each of these business ideas down below. The key is, if you want to start your own business, if you want to be a freelancer, if you want to be a side hustler, if you want to be location independent, be able to travel the world, whatever you want, and you want to make your own independent income, you got to start getting creative and you got to start thinking and asking yourself, how can I make this happen? Instead of saying things like, oh, I don't have the skill for that, or I don't know how to do that. If that's your attitude, you're probably never going to be successful starting your own thing. Sorry, real deal, real talk there, but it has to be said. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you found value out of it, please hit that like button and let me know down in the comments what's a business idea that you want to explore more and want to learn more about. And of course, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Your girl is going to be producing a lot more content like this into the new year and beyond, and I would love for you to stick around. So thank you so much for being here. And if you'd like to work with me closer on your business idea once you figure out what it is, or if you want help figuring out which business you should pursue if you have a few ideas, join me over in Remote Life Labs in our business incubator. It's a membership, training, and mentorship program where every month you get trainings, you get Q&A calls, you get hot seats, you get monthly review and planning sessions with me where I review my business, what's going well, what's not going well. We look at your business, what's going well, what's not going well. The whole focus is to give you forward momentum, to help you take action and get things done in your business so that you can live your dream life, whatever that dream life is for you. So I hope you'll join me over there. Go check it out at remotelifelabs.com/incubator. And until next time, you guys, remember that every day you postpone a dream, you weaken it just a little. So get out there and make your dream life a dream come true. Cheers. No, 5 years. Last 5 years? 4 years. Last 4 years. You can just drive them. Whoa. Case, what is it called? No. You get hot seats. December 2000 and what is up, everybody? How can I don't have any idea.